Hey, this is daytradereport.com. We're looking at the usdebtclock.org on May 13th, 2020. It's 1:39 p.m. and we're comparing it to the March 24th recording of the usdebtclock.org that we have. Some interesting figures we just calculated is that the U.S. national debt is increasing at $260 million per day. So every day the U.S. government is spending $260 million that it does not have, that it is not collecting in revenue. They are borrowing this money and spending $260 million a day. You can see here it's the velocity of it has increased from $25,000 a second to $33,333 a second. That's what we're adding to the U.S. national debt. As far as U.S. federal spending, let's do a countdown. 1,000, 2, 1,001, 1,002, 1,001, 1,002, 1,001, 1,002. So they're adding approximately $5,000 in federal spending per second, and that has increased from 3,000. So it's gone up. They're spending $2,000 more a second. 2,000 more per second than we were 60 days ago, which is insane. The U.S. federal government is now spending $2,000 more per second than we were on March 24th, 2020. That's how much spending has gone up every second. Per second. We're spending $2,000 additional dollars a second. It's totally unsustainable. And but again, it's not unsustainable. It'll look like this. Just add another zero. Okay. That would be the reality of where we would be. Let's say the chart on the U.S. national debt, according to Peter Schiff, is I mean, we're not just going to be spending $2,000 more per second. We're going to be spending $10,000 more per second. So increase all of this by fivefold. If we're spending $10,000, if it goes totally banana republic. Anyways, this is usdebtclock.org. This is my three-part series, is an investigation into all these figures that are presented on U.S. Debt Clock. Now, one thing I wanted to address was the U.S. national debt versus the currency and credit derivatives market. So, March 13th, 2020, the currency and credit derivatives now, which is the personal debt per citizen equals the total consumer debt, including mortgage and revolving and non-revolving debt divided by the number of U.S. citizens. The source is the Federal Reserve. It's now at $679 trillion, $880 billion, $600 million. It's going up 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Let's count it. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,004, 1,005, 1,006, 1,007, 1,008, 1,009, 1,000. So about every 10 seconds, $10 million is created out of thin air by the Federal Reserve. Every 10 seconds, so $1 million, that's what I calculated, is $1 million a second. Yeah, and it increases at $1 million a second, which is, maybe it's gone up 10%, but the total currency is $679 trillion. It increases at $1 million a second. That is really the number to watch, and that's what I want to compare right now. So today it's at $679 trillion. On March 23rd, March 24th.
Probably till April, May, maybe June, to prevent the paper to go.
It was at 673 trillion. So it has gone up by $6 trillion. All right, so let's just make sure we got this calculation right. It's 679.8 minus 673. Let's do 8 or 673.7. So it has gone up $6.1 trillion. That is the true number of how much currency has been created. Not the U.S. national debt, but we've spent $6.1 trillion, essentially. That's the true accounting number. Or essentially, what is that, $10 billion a day? So 6.1 divided by 6.1 trillion. I can do the actual calculation on this calculator. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 6.1 trillion divided by 60 days, which is $101 million, which is that what I said earlier? 101 million is created every single day by the Federal Reserve. $101 million per day is created out of thin air. That's what's keeping everything afloat. If the Federal Reserve did not create $100 million a day out of thin air, the whole system would shut down. This is the time velocity that is presented here on this USDebtClock.org. In my previous video, I said that this is just a script running at a time velocity. They've just adjusted the velocity, or they've gone in and actually made some adjustments to their database. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that $6 trillion has been created in 60 days, according to the currency and credit derivatives calculator here at 679 trillion. We were previously at 673 trillion. So to think that it's gone up, if we can extrapolate out, is what I'm trying to say. If we've created $6 trillion in 60 days, what does that come out to be? That's $100 million a day. Let's multiply that by, let's say, the next 300 days. If that's what we've done in 60 days. So, do you think, I guess, will this velocity slow, or will the Federal Reserve over the next 60 days just keep spending $100 million a day? Will that currency and credit derivatives go up 6 every 30 days? I'm sorry, 6 every 60 days. It's going up 3 every 30 days, so I guess we could add 36 on there. So 6, 7, 9. This is where we'll be at. What I want to do is give you a calculation for 2021. Got 2.5 minutes left. We can just put it at 6 more months. And it's going up 3. So just tack on 18. 6, 7, 9 plus 18. 6, 7, 9 plus 18. This debt clock, the currency and credit derivatives now, should technically be will probably be at $700 trillion on the 21st. This is my prediction of the 21st of January 1st, 2021. They're aiming for currency and credit derivatives to be at $700 trillion on January 1st, 2021. That's where we will be at. And if the ratio of the U.S. national debt tracks the same, the U.S. national debt, let's see, 0.3. All right, let's just do, 20 divided by 679 is 2.9%. So times that by 25 trillion, 25.2 trillion. 25.2 trillion, which is 25 trillion, 200 billion. Gives us how much is that? Is that 7? 1, 2, that's 742 billion. Additionally, 742 billion. That can't be right. But really, the U.S. national debt should technically be much higher. If we've created 6 trillion, it should really, theoretically, right now it should be at 31 trillion. And I guess if that was only in 2 months, if we're adding $100 million, and how many more days do we have? We got 6 months, so 180 days times 100 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1.8 to the 10th, which is 100 million.